Today's Man Camp episode contains graphic language, so viewer discretion is advised.
Today on Dr. Phil Man Camp.
She told me to stay out of her mirror. She better not talk my husband that way.
Two wives pitted against each other.
Great.
And
There's nothing masculine or macho about calling a woman.
a visit from John's mother-in-law sends him into a tailspin.
I'm out of here, dude.
What sent John packing?
That is so what she just told me. I think the world of you, Phil, but she lied to you this morning.
Man Camp starts right now.
She needs to be in Hollywood because she's an actress from hell.
Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by, camera 6.
If you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be honest.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
Showtime. This is going to be a changing day in your life. I'm taking people with real problems and moving them into the Dr. Phil house. I'm going to put you under a microscope. Need a camera here, need one here. I'm putting cameras everywhere to see what really happens behind closed doors. I am moving in with you. Today, we're continuing our Man Camp series. 3 couples on the verge of divorce moved into the Dr. Phil house because they desperately wanted to save their relationships. Scott and Tara were battling because Scott wanted to quit before they even got started because he was asked to do some cleaning. But he finally agreed to stay in the game and work on his marriage. Nick and Amanda were hanging on by a thread because she was having an affair and working as a stripper. The other man came to Los Angeles to try to win her over, and Amanda finally decided to end her affair with him. But even after intense scrutiny by the other couples, Amanda broke down and said she wasn't sure that she could give up dancing because it was how she supported her children. As for Sherry and John, they were struggling to get over the pain and anger of 14 years of abuse, affairs, and fighting. Before we continue, here's what's happened so far.
Tara and I have been together for about 4 years. Tara and I fight every day. Things have gotten physical between me and Tara before.
We've had the cops called on us.
Tara has beat up my truck. She's slashed 4 or 5 tires.
It's traumatizing.
I'm with the Dr. Phil Show. We're here to send you out to Man Camp.
Man camp.
My wife Amanda and I have been married for 5 years.
We fight in front of the children all the time. He's told me to wish that I had abortions with both of our children. I'm a dancer at a go-go bar.
She was having an affair with another person. She says she's in love with him, and she's ready to leave.
I have 1 foot out the door.
We're about to take you to Man Camp.
Seriously?
Sherry and I have been married for 14 years. We have 3 children. I'm an ass sometimes. I think that I am superior to women. I've had 2 or 3 affairs.
I don't have the backbone to stand up to him anymore, and I feel like there is no way out.
I'm here to take you to Dr. Phil's Man Camp.
It's time to get real. Who's a leader in this family?
Not me.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, isn't it?
We're not exactly meeting eye to eye because you think I'm and I think maybe you don't know what you're talking about.
So she can go dance naked in front of a stranger and feel good, but she can't feel good with her own husband in her own home. You must be doing something way wrong.
John will say in a group of men,
We all know why I married Sherry. She gives good.
That's funny. You really don't want to work on your marriage. You're in love with somebody else. You made your makeup perfect, you fluffed up your hair, you walked out to the rest of the world, and you stood there like the little Stepford wife he wants you to be.
I want divorce papers drawn up.
he gets to see what I really go through.
This is gonna just be like, what the happened here?
Okay, husbands, Dr. Phil house is a little messed up, and it's your job to clean it up before you move in.
Does your house ever look like this? You think mine has? Think I'd live here? I'd move the out and sell the house. I'm not playing this game. Get Dr. Phil on the phone and make him answer how this exercise helps my relationship.
Let me tell you something. For a guy that has run his relationship off in the ditch, it seems to me like you'd be looking for somebody else to be making decisions instead of you.
Well, for a guy that's supposed to help relationships heal themselves, it seems to me like you'd know what the was going on and explain to me how this helps.
You're not entitled to an explanation.
Take me home.
But he just has to be approached a different way.
Then I tell you what, you just need to go get in the car with him and go home.
You're a Scotty. I'm done. You move my out while I'm gone.
Thanks, Dr. Phil.
Oh, it ain't
ain't Dr. Phil's fault, Scott. It's yours.
Take me to the airport.
My God, I was so convinced that you were gone.
I'm not a child.
You're acting like one when you do that.
And you're doing it now. I don't appreciate it.
But I don't care whether you appreciate it or not. Why do you say you would do anything for him when you know that is absolutely unequivocally not true? You won't shut up. In my opinion, one of Nick and Amanda's most dangerous threats to this marriage was that she was currently having an affair with a man she met in the strip club where she works. This other man, I want him gone. I'm going to bring him here, and you're going to tell him in front of me, it's over, get out of my life.
Here we are on the way to the Dr. Phil show. I'm here in support for my friend Amanda.
I would love her to be with me. Yes, that's correct. Like, you made it out that I actually purposely set out from the very beginning to do this. No, I did not.
Don't get on this self-righteous about I'm attacking you.
Come straight forward and say, I will not contact you anymore.
I would ride a bike before I'd be a stripper.
But just because he asked you what you thought, does that mean you have the right to sit there and lecture me like you're my mother?
These people are so not understanding at all.
I've been at rock bottom.
When I do say, John, I want to sit down and talk to you, he puts his feet up on the table and this is what he does. What do you got to say now?
That's no different than if you walked over and spit in her face.
John, my son-in-law, does not know I'm here.
There's a surprise in store for John. My mother's coming here.
I'm in the car going to see Dr. Phil.
I'm real nervous. He's going to be definitely shocked.
John can be very nice, but behind your back, he's not that way.
And he's going to have to answer to that.
How do you get along with her mother?
I get along with her mother fine. I mean, they're 400 miles away.
No, she's not 400 miles away. She's here. Joan, how are you?
It's fine.
My mom.
Good, how are you?
Okay, fine.
It's nice to see you.
Oh, don't cry, hon.
I think that in the 16-year history of this marriage, they've made some serious mistakes in here, and during a big part of that, you have been an abuser. That cannot have sat well with you.
It didn't.
How do you feel about John?
A little apprehensive about what's been going on, John. I love to see you have more attention towards Sherry, more love, more affection. This is the first time I've seen you with your arm around Sherry. All she wants is like for you to come in the door from work, say, hi, hon, how was your day? She doesn't want to be walking on eggs when you come home. And that's what she's scared of, that she doesn't know what type of mood you're going to be in. I feel so sorry for the kids.
I know.
That they're.
And you know I love my kids.
I know
too.
you love your kids, you do anything for them. But again, with Austin, would you want him to grow up like you?
No.
I'm just going to tell you, father to father, I want you to find each of your 3 children in a quiet time and moment, and I want you to sit down with your son, and I want you to tell him, Austin, I'm sorry. I have not done a good job of showing you what it's really like to be a man. There's nothing masculine or macho or manly about calling a woman names. Be man enough to own it.
I can do that.
There's a word you've got to take out of your vocabulary, and that's the word but. You will say, I was mean and I called her all of those names and that was wrong, but. Okay, what but means is forget what I just said, I'm now going to tell you what I really think. So it's like, I called her every name in the book and that was wrong, but you've got to stop allowing yourself a free pass because you put the word but in the middle of a sentence. There are no buts, there are no justifications. And I'm going to give you a little suggestion. When you all see each other after being apart, your interaction in the first 4 minutes will predict the tone, flow, and quality of the rest of your day. She's willing to forgive everything. She's willing to forget everything. She's willing to ask for forgiveness. And your mother-in-law's prepared to start this fresh, give John a second chance.
That's why I'm here. I'm not here for Sherry. I'm here for you too, John. And the kids love you, and I want you both to be there for them as husband and wife. You got to put your mind to do it, John. And Sherry, too.
I'm going to give you guys a chance to visit just by yourselves for a minute. Joan, thank you for coming for these two. I really appreciate it.
I'm proud of you for coming, John.
I've done some nasty things, and I'm going to work on it. I told her this is it.
Immediately after Joan talked to her son-in-law, she was concerned that he wasn't really going to change. So before she left for the airport, she asked to go back into the Dr. Phil house and sit down with John one-on-one. Sherry watched this conversation from another location.
We sat down and talked to my mom. He was leaning back, closing his eyes, being his old self again.
I fear that John's going to go back to his old ways after he leaves here, and I just want to talk to him about this. Hi, John. There's a few things I want to ask you, okay? And I'm just bringing it out because I love you, and I want things to change.
Well, I appreciate you seeing that, and I'm going to work hard at it.
You know, don't show that you're one person on the outside and a different person on the inside.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my best, and I'm going to try hard, and it's going to change.
It's going to change.
It's going to change, I promise you that.
I don't know if I believe it right
deserve to be
now.
happy. Do you mind if I call and check on you guys up there? See how you're doing?
No, I would love for you to call.
And be honest with me?
And be honest. I will be honest.
I don't want you to put on a front with me. Please, please try. You're gonna prove it to me?
Yep.
All right, that's all I want. Okay.
Love you.
I love you too, then.
My mom walks in this door to confront my husband that she's tired of her daughter crying and being hurt.
That's hard for me to see her cry. And she said it was tears of being happy. I don't know.
The conversation that I have with Sherry's mother, Joan, is going to make Sherry and I's relationship bond. I made a solid commitment to Joan. I think Sherry's heart kind of stopped for a couple seconds, and I think she felt really good about it. Yeah, she had tears of joy.
Sometimes I think John was just telling me the things I wanted to hear to make me feel better. We'll see if it's just words or if he really mean it.
Coming up, Sherry confronts John.
I can't believe this. I know you got feelings, but you know what? It's going too far. You know what? She needs to be in Hollywood because she's a actress from hell. I'm done. I'm out of here.
We now return to Dr. Phil's man camp.
Sherry's mom came to the Dr. Phil house because she said she wanted to mend her relationship with her son-in-law, John. And even though John promised his mother-in-law that he would change, it still wasn't enough for Sherry, so she confronted John.
My mom requested to meet with John alone and talk to him one-on-one. She sits down and bam, right back to the way he was. That scared me to death. And my mom made it quite clear when she walked in here. She grabbed his hand and said, listen, I don't think you're getting what I'm trying to say to you. Okay, this is my chance to talk to you, and I'm doing this without Sherry in here.
I'm going to work hard at it.
Yeah. I know the worst is yet to come because now I got to go confront him on how I feel. I have to do that because if I don't say anything, I might as well walk out the door now. I'm afraid of his reaction.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
I have to confront you about something.
Yeah?
Do you know why my mom was here?
Because she cares about both of us.
She does. You were not sincere to her.
I was too. You weren't there when I spoke with your mother.
You want to know something? I watched it. I saw your gestures and the way that you were sitting and the same
I was
thing.
relaxed.
My mom came all this way. We're supposed to like look
Oh,
at...
you gotta be kidding me now.
What?
You're telling me I wasn't sincere?
I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the sincerity. And when I left the room and my mom walked out there, my mom and I did not talk. And she said, I didn't get the sense from John that he wants to change.
I cannot believe you are telling me this.
I'm telling you the way I feel.
Well, you know what?
And
I
you're not
can't do
used
any
to that.
better. I have done my hardest today, okay? You're gonna tell me it wasn't sincere? What do you want me to do? Grab your mom and pick her up in the air? I felt so relaxed in there, and I felt comfortable in there talking to your mother.
Then why did my mom and I both go separate ways and feel the same thing?
This is really, really nice. This is what I'm looking forward to at the end of the night. For you to tell me that. You know what? I don't know. What were you looking for? I don't know what you expected me to do. Me and your mother don't talk. I don't have no problems with your mother. I told him on the camera, the interview before this one, that I was shocked when she came through the door, and I was proud that she came. Did you get that part of it?
So you're hurt.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, he's hurt because you're judging him. I mean, the guy's doing the best he can. You're getting what you say you want, and now that's not enough. So we clearly are going to have to sit down and talk about this.
The whole day just went down the tubes.
You didn't have any idea that I was upset.
I had no idea you were. God, I can't believe this. I know you got feelings, but you know what? It's going too far.
It's going too far to have feelings? Feelings that I've been holding in for all these years?
You know, Sherry, you know what?
Yeah, why don't you take everybody else's inventory besides your own, Sherry? I mean, come on. What you and your mother feel, he can't control that. All he can control is what he does. And you're judging him, and that's getting to be a theme with you.
I'm, you know what? You're ruining it for us right now.
Okay, then that's all right.
Yeah, thank you. I'm out of here.
You all right, dude?
I'm out of here, dude.
Huh? Hey!
All right, I mean, that right there, that's the side I'm talking about. That's why I'm here, okay? That's why I'm here. My perfect day was perfect until just now. Perfect. I couldn't do anything better today.
It's done. It's over. I just screwed it up.
I was sincere about it. I wasn't faking it.
He thinks I'm trying to be dramatic and everything, and I mean, see, I can't. He's intimidating the way I feel right now. I'm not allowed to feel this way.
You know what? She needs to be in Hollywood because she's a actress from hell.
It's like this is how he's going to treat me when he's not putting the persona on in front of everybody.
Kiss my ass. If you can see this, kiss it. I'm sorry your mom ain't got a smile on her face for what I did to her today, because it was great in my heart. To you, nothing's great, I guess. That's what I told Sherry this morning, keep her mouth shut.
That's what happens when I talk to him. I can't share my feelings with him.
Sherry can do what she wants to do, and that is act. And she's doing a good job of it.
I'm listening to him in there right now, and I can't listen to him because it's going to make me feel guilty for feeling this way.
Oh, she's loving it. I thought she was for it for us. After that, that just proved it. Because I'm relaxing the camera and I'm not faking myself, I guess that's what it is. I thought the day was perfect. And you know what? She does got a problem. It ain't me. I'm pissed. I cannot believe this.
Let him throw his little fit over there and tell me I'm not justified for this.
I think the world of you, Phil, and you know that that is fake. I'm done. I want to go home. This was going to be it. Well, guess what? I'm out of here. I don't want to be around her. I don't want to see her. I want my bags packed and get me the out of here for real. I just got busted right in the chops. I sit down. She goes, I got something to confront you about. Well, first thing that come to my head, she's got a boyfriend. Good. Put me on the plane and get the out of here. That was the worst case scenario. What else could it be? And then she tells me I treated her mom like
I didn't say that.
you.
Did I say that you treated my mom like...
Get away from me.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
That you treated my mom like...
Get out of here.
See, you treat me like...
You know what? I'm
What
out
did
of
you
here.
just say?
That's it. I'll sleep in a hotel, or then I'll leave. Yep.
John.
You know what? Every girl, every man in this place thinks you're crazy.
What?
Yeah. They can't believe it. They can't believe it. I'm already packed up, girl.
No, you're not going.
I'm not living with you here.
Coming up, tempers boil over in the house.
And you know what? Out of the curtains of my heart, I decided to make dinner for everybody. You don't like it, then cook your own. I'm sorry. I'm not going to put up with this. You want to see the bitch of me come out?
Let's see it. I'm ready.
We now return to Dr. Phil's man camp.
When John sat down with Sherry's mom, I thought he made a real effort. He told her he loved her and wanted a better relationship with her. But that didn't seem to be enough for Sherry because she accused him of being insincere. John stormed out of the Dr. Phil house and said he wanted to go to a hotel because he could not be around Sherry for another minute.
I came here to do things right.
That's it. That's all
I know, Sherry, I
just
know.
wanted him to hear me. That was all.
You
guys got it all on tape, man. Dr. Phil, I hope you look at it and tell me she's nuts.
Why can't I just tell him how I feel?
You know, we don't know why he's doing that. Maybe he knows that he did wrong and this is his way of reacting to it.
No, he thinks he did right.
Everything was great, man. The day was perfect. I felt like I did something good.
I give her a flower and look how she treats me.
She looked at me and I'm looking in her eyes. She goes, I got something to confess. I said, well, what is it? Who is it? I'm thinking, you know. And then she says, well, it was the way you treated my mom today. I'm going, the way you treated her? Well, just the way you were sitting on the couch.
He gave it a shot. He did what he needed to do. He said what he thought he needed to say.
But I know I'm not nuts. I mean, I know what I did. And that was a slap right in the gut, face, throat, heart.
I just feel bad because he did give it his all, I guess.
Let it just simmer. Are you leaving if he leaves?
No.
I hope you mean that.
You know what? I cleaned off the floor. I did whatever I had to do because I want my relationship to work. And for her to lie like that, I just can't believe it. I can't.
The tension was high in the Dr. Phil house after John exploded and took off for a hotel. The other couples actually got into an argument over spaghetti sauce.
Please just try.
Oh, no. I don't like Texas tomato sauce.
We're not going to change Louisiana's recipe.
Well, there's 6 people in here.
Then cook something else.
Well, they bought all this food for everybody, though.
We requested the spaghetti sauce.
Okay, well, then you just eat your milk.
Don't eat it.
Grow the
up.
Did you just tell you shut the up? Is that what she said?
No, I should grow up.
All right, I want to see if I...
I'm sorry, I'm not going to put up with this. Do you think it's okay to tell him to grow up? You tell me to stay on your relationship and you're going to talk to my husband like that.
I didn't say a word to your husband.
You were saying it to me? Okay, that's fine. That's fine you're saying it to me. That's fine. You want to see the bitch in me come out? Seriously, you're good.
Let's see it. I'm ready.
It's right here.
This is...
You know what? Out of the curtains of my heart, I decided to make dinner for everybody. You don't like it, then cook your
Was I coming across as a bitch? I'm not asking you to be on my side, Nick. I promise.
I'll be on your side. I'll be on your side.
I said, hey, would you put some of that on the side?
I understand, honey, you were doing that for me, but...
If we were at your parents' house, you'd want on the side. Why are you acting fake?
Acting fake?
I mean, that's fake.
She's cooking her meal.
I understand
She wasn't cooking her meal.
Really?
I said I'd try it. If I want to say, no, I don't like it, I'm going to get something else.
Okay, and that's cool. I didn't expect a blow-up answer. Like, no, I'm going to cook it the way it is, or you can make something else. That was uncalled for.
She wants to make this. She really likes this.
Okay, that's fine. I'm ready for it. I've been hearing about it all day. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to taste it. She's a chef. Like, this has made me look like a bitch. All I asked was for
Honey,
something
that's
to be on the
fine.
side.
You know what?
You're always like very right there. And I don't deserve that all the time. I get that home. That's why I'm here.
Sometimes you just pop in when things don't need to be said.
Because I said I'm sorry. How many times?
I'm done.
Great.
I'm not here for you.
I need the spaghetti.
I have a real problem with Amanda, and I don't feel like I have to like her because I'm living here. What happened in the kitchen didn't have anything to do with me not liking her. It had something to do with respecting everybody in the household.
I'm a very good cook, and if somebody's just gonna sit there and bitch while I'm freaking trying to cook, it's just rude. It's rude. She's very rude about everything. She's very blunt. She's even said that, and you know what? I can't take that. And from her, like, fountain at the mouth, but all the that I've done wrong, blah, 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 and she's just gonna sit there and continuously disrespect me and be rude like that. I'm not gonna have it.
Coming up, Sherry tries to convince John to stay.
I don't need your mom to fly here to LA. This is our relationship. I didn't start a fight. I didn't raise my voice. I did everything I was supposed to do.
I don't want to be without you.
That can't happen and have the kind of marriage you want to have.
We now return to Dr. Phil's man camp.
John's mother-in-law, Joan, came to the Dr. Phil house because she wanted John to stop being abusive towards her daughter. And although John said he was ready for a fresh start, Sherry didn't believe him. This enraged John, and he left the house and went to a hotel. He did come back the next morning, but before he would go into the house and talk to Sherry, he wanted Scott to watch the conversation he had had with his mother-in-law and give him his opinion.
Sherry thought John was being to her mom.
It really scared me yesterday because real life walked in. I felt like he stepped back a few steps.
I mean, it's got to be intimidated because, you know, her mom's going to be on her side, obviously.
And he kept saying to me,
You know what? Okay, if Scott goes and watches that video on how I treated your mom and tells me I wasn't being sincere, then I'll stay.
He's like, I want you to see the tape and just tell me, hell, if I was being a tell me I was being a and I'll admit I was being a
He cared more about how Scott felt about it than how I felt.
This is it.
Because it's not just for Sherry, it's for the kids, too.
He's handling it, I mean, like a man. I mean, I don't know what else Sherry expects him to do.
I mean, who's Scott?
I appreciate you saying that, and I'm gonna work hard at it.
I think he's doing great.
This is the problem I have with my husband. I can't tell him the way I feel. What happened yesterday is exactly why I don't speak up.
Sherry's complaints are completely unfounded.
What's up?
Well, they just showed me your tapes.
Yeah?
I see no faults at all.
Thank you.
I think Sherry's completely unfounded.
It's an actress. Tears start coming down her eyes. I got something to confront you about. It's just hard. He's crying and you know. That was for looking for attention. The way I feel, the more you give, the more you get done, okay? That's the way it has been with Sherry and I's relationship.
Yeah.
You know?
Last night, after you left, Tara and Amanda got into it.
Oh, they did?
Women, I mean, it was seriously the dumbest I've ever seen in my life. Tara was bitching at Amanda because Amanda was putting tomatoes in spaghetti sauce.
You better not talk my husband that way.
Yelling and screaming. You're arguing over spaghetti.
Right.
It's not worth it.
I committed to this deal, but you know what? I can't go in there and fake anything right now. Thanks, Scott.
After Scott watched the video and told John what he thought, John agreed to go back into the Dr. Phil house and talk to Sherry.
When I saw him walk in, I wanted to grab him and hold him and hug him, and he went right to the chair without doing that, so I knew that he was hurting.
What did I do wrong? I didn't start a fight. I didn't raise my voice. I knew that I did nothing wrong to my mother-in-law when I spoke to her yesterday. I did everything I was supposed to do.
I was wrong. What you did with my mom yesterday was awesome, and I screwed it up because of the way I felt about how you came off to me.
I looked at your mom straight in the eyes the whole time, and I told her I loved her, I kissed her, I held her hand.
I know.
And then I got stabbed in the back last night. The more I give, the more I get.
John, listen to me. I'm sorry.
I don't need your mom to fly here to LA. This is our relationship.
I am so sorry because you want to know what? It made me realize last night that I don't want to be without you. I lay there last night and I thought it was over. I haven't felt like that in so long. Yes, you have opened my heart again.
I actually got down on my knees and grabbed his hands and got right in front of him.
If you weren't gonna come back, I didn't know what I was gonna do.
She told me she dramatized it, and so I gave her another chance.
Coming up.
Is this marriage going to make it? Watch this with me.
That is so up what she just told me. She needs to be in Hollywood because she's a actress from hell. Kiss my ass. If you can see this, kiss it. And if she doesn't like it, I'm done.
I'm getting scared now. I'm really getting scared.
We now return to Dr. Phil's man camp.
I wanted John to see himself through Sherry's eyes, so I played the tape of his angry rant. I also wanted to tell Sherry how I felt about her behavior. Is this marriage going to make it?
Yes,
Why do you say that?
I know I want to make it because I came here not sure, and through this week, my heart's opened back up. There's no doubt in my mind it's going to make it.
Watch this with me for a minute.
Oh, that's why I'm here, okay? That's why I'm here. The acting, actresses, drama, exaggeration. Then you wonder why my perfect day was perfect until just now. Perfect. I couldn't do anything better today. That's me. And if she doesn't like it, I'm done. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. That is so up what she just told me. I changed my way yesterday, and she's going back to the past. Her mom comes in. She knew her mom was here. I didn't know her mom was here. Did you grab her hand, or did she grab your hand? What the care? Well, who cares about it? We talked about it. What was I supposed to do? Her mom didn't want to come here? She shouldn't have came. I don't know what she expected. But I was sincere about it. I wasn't faking it. She needs to be in Hollywood because she's a actress from hell. Kiss my ass. If you can see this, kiss it. I'm sorry your mom ain't got a smile on her face for what I did to her today, because it was great in my heart. To you, nothing's great, I guess.
I'm getting scared now. I'm really getting scared.
That can't happen and have the kind of marriage you want to have. What I see when I watch that is a lot of frustration. By the way, in my opinion, you were right. In my opinion, you were wrong about that. I think you were very sincere. I saw it, I felt it, I believe it. I think it came from your heart. I think you were being very genuine about it. And if you think otherwise, I think you missed that one. You were right, but your behavior was wrong.
That was 5 years ago, that was me. I have not...
That was a month ago.
Yeah, that
well,
was.
I don't care if it was 5 years or a month ago. This is right now.
Right.
You're going to have to be vulnerable again. You've had your guard up. You are very judgmental. And you're going to have to decide, I'm going to take the risk of putting my heart out there again, or I'm not. He's not going to be perfect. But, you know, John, if you knew in your mind and heart that what you did was right, and you therefore had confidence that it had been misperceived, you could have said, listen, I don't want you judging me, because I'm telling you I was as real and sincere and right as I know how to be. And it hurts me for you to wad that up and just throw it over in the corner as being insincere. Instead, it's, I'm leaving, she can kiss my ass. Now,
I mean,
John, come on.
You know, all that combination, what happened, there was no reason for what I did there. It's not about
We know the
mother-in-laws and
situation.
father-in-laws.
I'm sitting
Okay.
here, Dr. Phil is sitting there telling me in my face, I'm wrong, and you're right. I had to accept that. You're sitting here trying, I feel, to justify that it's okay to behave this way, no matter what.
No, it's not. But
Yes, you are. This is what you're doing.
I've never seen myself do that.
You do that all the time.
Okay, I do it.
I am afraid that he feels that it's okay to react this way. That's why I don't tell him how I feel.
I guess I need to know what she could have actually thought I could have done better.
John, you're right, okay?
Now, stop. I refuse to participate in this conversation. I'm not going to have her coach you what you could have said or done different. I don't care about the details of that situation. Look at the big picture is what I'm saying. Whatever the frustration is, how do you handle and respond to it? And if you handle and respond to it with judgment and a critical spirit, you're going to create problems. If you handle and respond to it with yelling and screaming, you're going to create problems.
I didn't mean for this to happen, but I'm glad it did, because we would probably not be sitting here right now having this discussion.
Yeah, look, there are no accidents. You know, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. You needed to show me that. And this isn't all about him.
No, I know that now. I came here thinking it was 99.9% of him, and I now realize how much of this is mine.
You need to stop the critical spirit and judgment, because you will condemn him right out the door. And you need to stop the anger, because that will run her right out the door. And if you can do it, then I think this relationship can be happy and healthy and move forward. I think you guys can make it.
Coming up, Scott and Tara go on their very first date, but the good times don't last long.
Tara, you're fixing to really piss me off, so I want you to shut your
Okay, yes, sir. If I wake up and I'm pissed off, I'm gonna be just bitchy all day.
Blame it on something, instead of you being a bitch.
We now return to Dr. Phil's man camp.
Scott and Tara had never been on a date, so we sent them out for a dinner where they could reconnect as a couple. But as you're about to see, the reconnecting didn't last very long.
I went on my first date with my husband last night. We walked outside and there was a stretch limo. We got in and we were alone, finally.
I'm extremely happy we're getting to go on a date. It felt almost awkward at first, maybe one-on-one with her, because we don't ever do that. I thought that was a joke. I thought that was a TV gimmick when it did that.
I'm glad that you're still here. I'm glad you didn't leave and you are giving this a chance. And you listen to me and you have faith in me, and I'm proud. So to us.
To us. Thank you.
We've never actually planned dinner and like going nothing, never. It's awesome.
Toast to us.
They took us to a restaurant on Venice Beach.
The Terrace.
When we pulled up to the restaurant, Scott didn't even give the limo driver time to open the door for me. He wanted to get out and open the door for me. I got out and he grabbed my hand and we walked in. I don't think I've ever seen him pull my chair out for me and let me sit down. It really made me feel like a princess. I mean, it's a fairy tale. We had an amazing dinner. I've never, ever sat down with Scott and had a talk with him like I had. If you didn't feel it, you wouldn't say it. And if you didn't mean it, you wouldn't do it. You know, I know that.
We talked about what was going on here and how we thought it was going to help us and how we had to be sure to carry all of it back with us.
I would rather have this right here, the love from you and your heart, than anything. I smiled so much because I was truly happy to be there. I even saw him smile, which is something that I don't get very often. I just can feel a change in him.
We believe in you, Dr. Phil. That's also refreshing that I can see a different side of myself instead of always being one way all the time.
We got to walk on the beach alone by ourselves and talk and hold hands. Never did I ever think I'd be here with you.
It's a huge step. It's what we've been waiting for. It's going to help us. Where's that pink shirt at?
I have no idea. I mean, it would just be so hard on you to come over here and look in the drawer with me.
Tara, you're fixing to really piss me off, so why don't you shut your mouth?
Okay, yes, sir.
Me and Tara have vowed many times we're not going to fight anymore. And we always revert back to the same old actions. So it's not going to work like that. You're so fake. All that you said yesterday, a waste of film.
Now, maybe if you showed your true colors, you could get help, too. If I wake up and I'm pissed off, I'm going to be just bitchy all day, you know.
Blame it on something.
So you're being just as fake as you think I
Blame it
am.
on something. So you being a bitch.
Next time in Dr. Phil's man camp.
Calling Tara a bitch hurts her, so that's why I do it.
The anger.
You can't even get the out there.
That is more painful than getting hit.
The resentment.
How would she like it if you were out there taking all your stuff off and doing this with women?
Not only are you a dancer, if you're having an affair, I'd be crushed.
I feel like I'm trash. I don't want to feel like that. I'm a good person.
Your relationship won't survive with you working as a stripper.
And
each of you are going to take a turn.
What had each member of man camp break down in tears?
It hurts. It hurts so bad.
Anger destroys you. It makes you want to destroy everything around you. I never went out with the walls up. I want the wall down. I want you in.
I haven't been happy in a long time.
That's next time on Man Camp.
You definitely do not want to miss next week's Man Camp. And for more information about these couples, go to drphil.com. Thanks and goodbye.
We're all looking for John to stay so we can continue this healing process. And he was being sincere, and he really means it. He's here 100%, but he's sick of Sherry being drama queen, is what he says. And her being fake, and the fake tears and all that. He's talking to Sherry right now. I hope she realizes that her complaints are ridiculous, and you know, when it boils down to it, then she needs to be working on how he treats her, she treats him, instead of how he treats her mom.
On the couch in the living room, and the door opened, and it was John. He's back. My heart dropped because Sherry's an emotional wreck right now, and I'm sure that she's glad to see him. Hopefully all of it will work out, and Sherry will be happy, and they will leave here knowing that they gave it 100% if it does or doesn't work out. John's a good man for coming back. It took a lot to get him back here, but he's back, and that's all that matters.
I want Sherry and John to be happy regardless of their outcome. I want them to be okay. I don't know what's going to happen between her and him, between Sherry and John. I don't know what's going to happen between Tara and Scott. I hope everybody's happy. I really don't feel like dealing with any more chaos. And at this point, I think every single time that there's one of these huge outbreak fights, it's actually causing a backdraw in all of our progress here, and it's getting out of hand. It's ridiculous, like over and over. I mean, how many more times is this going to happen?